All right, guys, let me tell you how our yard sale day started off. First, we made a wrong turn, so we turned around. Then we drove past the yard sale, so we had to turn around again. And you know when you walk up to a sale, and you know that like you're walking around someone that's also walking up to the sale, that they're kind of looking for the same thing that you're looking for. This guy had his Looney Tune jams on and his mustard stained collared shirt. And I see they have a bunch of tables, and what do we got going on here? Another one? Nope. I see like DVDs and CDs, you know, they're stacked up in some white cases. And I immediately make a beeline over there. He bends down to one of the bins that's at the end of the tables, moves some clothing items, pulls out a small bag of He-Man figures and a Nintendo Wii. DVDs were all just DVDs, man. All kids' DVDs and country CDs. So I leave there before he leaves, and I head back over to where they're having a community sale. Now, this community sale started yesterday, which was Wednesday. Today is Thursday, because that comes after Wednesday. And by about the third or fourth sale, you know, I asked, you know, video games, Legos, and you're like, no, somebody already picked those up yesterday. We've been getting a lot of people asking for that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know if she should be smoking in the postal truck. But by the third or fourth one of those where the person was like, oh, we sold all that yesterday, or we've had so many people ask about it, I just left that community sale. I know I buy other stuff other than video games, but that's, and old toys and stuff, but that's really what I want today. Okay, so before we go out and hit thrift and garage sales and do that magical thing that we do, I want to show you guys, you know, I decided to start collecting again for NES, SNES, N64, and PlayStation stuff. I kind of whittled down some of the other stuff. So those are kind of the consoles I want to main for. But lately we've been picking up a lot of Nintendo. It's bringing up a lot of nostalgia. I don't know if it's in the air. I don't know what it is. So I picked up 5 more NES games. We got the first 2 at Video Game Galaxy, which was cool. They're in Newark, and they have this rewards program where if you spend $15 in their system, you get a point. And after you get like 4 points, you get like $5 off your next purchase, or you can save those and get like, you know, 8 points to get $10 off. You know, it's kind of one of those deals. But I actually didn't see this. Tyler saw this in their case. I missed it. It is Yo Noid, a Capcom title, Blast from the Past, a game that I had when I was a kid, so we would be happy to cross this off the list. They had it at, you're not going to see that. There you go. 10 cash or 15 trade. I still don't understand why, if I'm trading you in a game, why it's different than just buying it with cash. Basically what they're saying to me is that their trade isn't worth anything because it's costing you more trade to get the same game. So I don't know. Maybe maybe one of you guys can explain that to me. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm taking it out of context. Who knows? But Yo Noid was one of those games I had when I was a kid. I'd go to my mom's house on the weekend, and I would essentially rent the same games over and over. DuckTales, Chip 'n Dales, Yo Noid, Battletoads, G.I. Joe, you know, that kind of stuff. But that was $10, so I had to spend another $5 so I could get my point. The game that everybody seems to be playing this year, T-Belly, Megadan, Captain Algebra. It is Cobra Triangle. It's a Rareware title from 1988. So that was $5, so I got my point at Video Game Galaxy. But I also added another great title to the collection. That was 5 cash or 7 trade. I don't know. Still, I don't understand. We go over to Maxine's Bargain Box, which is one of my favorite stores. You guys know that I talk about it all the time. We go there all the time. Tyler brought over and hooked me up with a Super Off-Road manual. And lo and behold, while they were there, they had Super Off-Road for the NES. I got a little bit of a discount, but always nice to have the game and the manual. Saw this on your shelf. It's been there for a while. I've kind of been debating whether to buy it or not because it's not really a great game, but it is kind of a game that takes me back a little bit. It is Muscle. It's a wrestling game, tag team match Muscle. Now I had a small box full of the little muscle figures when I was a kid, and for 10 bucks, that game is underpriced by a little bit. It is a 5-screw, so I know that's exciting. And find of the day, in my opinion, we picked up a game that I've wanted to play. I will play it eventually. It is Gremlins 2, the new batch by Sunsoft. They had that priced at $15, which again is a little bit under the retail price. It's about a $20, $25 game, I guess. Some people are asking a little bit more, but to me, it's probably about a $25 game. But yeah, very excited to have that. I have that on my emulator. I gave it a try, and I really enjoyed it, but unfortunately, I had to put it down and go do something else. Before we get going, before we go out, right, I ordered this from Canada. It's a manual that I've been looking for. I wasn't going to buy it because I don't want to spend that kind of money on manuals, but it was like $37 plus, I want to say like $6 or $7 shipping. So we got 40 bucks into this manual. We did get this at, God, where do we go? I don't remember. But we got it in the box with the game for, that's an invoice, for 55 bucks. So I figure we'll get the manual. And I already don't like that. They put tape on this side, so hopefully that didn't stick to the game. I gotta get a knife. I wasn't a Boy Scout, so I'm not always prepared. But very excited to complete this game, because it goes for about $180 to $200. Oh yeah, they put it in a bag too. It is the manual for Race America. Not a easy Nintendo game to find. I wouldn't say it's in that very rare, stadium events Flintstone category, but it's definitely kind of in that next tier of games. So happy to have that complete. Let's go game hunting. All right, so here are some of the Goodwill pickups from today and yesterday. We got this awesome Lego Racer Super Speedway game. It's set number 31314. Opened it up, it's missing a couple Lego pieces. Thank God it's not missing any of these cardboard pieces. Already ordered them. The parts were $1.25. I paid $2.99 for that, so pretty awesome right there. You can see Hulk Hogan right there. That's hilarious. Great lick on these DVDs, man. We got Cocoon the Return, still factory sealed. The original Cocoon. These sell really well. We got the Crying Game Collector's Edition. This one is also sealed. And then I had to look this one up. I didn't know anything about it. Liberty Kids. All 40 episodes. That one looks like it sells pretty well. We got this VHS. It is Wimbledon 1980 Borg versus McEnroe. And I didn't see a lot of these online. There's somebody in Canada that has one of these for like $40 or something. I put mine up for $24.99. That one's already listed. A little bread and butter item right here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sandwich box. Classes, school should be starting if anybody's going to classes, but new and sealed, got it for 59 cents. We'll throw it up on the eBay store for $8 or $9. But this is what I want to talk about. This is awesome. $8. We got this Iron Man light up wall hanger. You can see like the water moves, and it tries to make like these calming sounds. I don't know what it's like. It sounds like a seagull. So, I don't know. I thought that was cool for $8. I wasn't going to leave it. All right, you're thinking, what the hell are these? So, I went to Goodwill tonight, picked up 4. These are vintage puppets. These are from like the late 70s, early 80s. That one's from the House of Puppets from Little Rock, Arkansas. That's from like the International Puppet House in Florida. It has a tag of 1977 on it. These two, I think, are from the 80s. So, picked these up for $6 each, and we're gonna see if we can flip them for about $20 each. So nice profit on those. Got these also at Thrift today. It is a box of Desert Storm trading cards, still in the packs. Now we'll use that on an episode of Toys, Legos, and Collectibles. We'll go a little bit more in depth on that. Today, green tags were 75 cents. Picked up 3 DS games, 75 cents. I don't know why I picked them up, other than they were 75 cents. The yellow tags However, we're half off, so $4 for Burnout Revenge and WWE Legends of WrestleMania. Goodwill stuff here, some more Goodwill stuff. We got some of these extreme sports DVDs. I'm watching the Addams Family. So we got a snowboarding one. Looks like the last one of these sold for about $44. Local Exposure Tours, the BMX thing. Last one of those sold for about $39. So hopefully we can do well on those. Also picked up Rock Band 3 Complete. She charged me $2 for that. It's like a $20 game. Snagged this Beanie Baby. This is Iggy from 1997. It was $3. Now Beanie Babies, you gotta kind of be careful. Really what you want to know is where the tush tag here says 1997 and it says polyester fiber and PVC pellets. PVC pellets, yeah. There are different tags that will say different things. Sometimes on the inside there will be like misprints or errors. So I still don't know that much about Beanie Babies. My mom has boxes of them from when we were kids. They're a great toy. They're an awesome toy, you know, for a stuffed animal toy. But I'm not sure about the collectability unless they're like the first editions or some of the other, you know, limited editions. But I dig Beanie Babies, man. I liked these when I was a kid. I thought they were cool. Went to Half Price Books. I almost got in a fight with the lady at Half Price Books. Somebody traded in a bunch of Nintendo games, so I got Dirty Harry for $7. You can see it's in a dust cover. It's not a game that I see a lot. I think it's like a $12 game or so. In their collector's case, they had Worm Journey to the Center of the Earth for $25. Now, the last few sales, that's about what it goes for, about $25. But the copies that are now on eBay, the active listing sales, looks like it's going to about $80. So I don't know what's going on with this game, if it's COVID pricing or whatever. So for $25, I thought I'd pick it up. It looks like an interesting game. The Video Shack, 8515 Whiteford Center Road, Ottawa Lake, Michigan, 49267. There's the phone number. So if anybody's ever been to the Video Game Shack, maybe these were some of your games. Now this is what we got in a fight over. So I grabbed this $25 game out of their collector's counter, right? This game already had the dust cover on it. So I asked the lady, I was like, can I grab a dust cover off one of the other games and put it on this game? And she was like, no. And I'm like, well, why not? They're both Nintendo games. She's like, well, we just prefer that you don't. I'm like, so you're going to put dust covers on the games that are $3.99, but not the games that are $25, and then they had Shatterhand in the case, which was $60. So you're not going to put these on, the dust covers on the $25 or $60 games, but you'll put them on the cheap games. And she just kind of was like, looked at me dumbfounded. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. It's not worth it over another Nintendo dust cover. So I paid and left. But that is some of the pickups. We're going to garage sales this weekend. So hopefully we'll find some good stuff. There you go. Throw that on.
$50 for the whole box.
The whole box of tools?
Yep. 2 batteries, 2 chargers. Upgraded batteries, upgraded chargers, upgraded tools.
Oh, had a lot of fun with that, did we?
Yeah.
Helmet and a couple of those guys?
Yeah, safety. A lot of concussions.
Is this stuff in here for sale too?
Not so much.
Okay.
The clothes, bookcase,
Okay.
garage radio, ankle weights, you know, the end, nightstand, train set.
What do you ask on the train set?
50.
50?
50.
Okay.
I'll take 30.
Let me think about. I'm looking for old video game stuff like Nintendo, Super Nintendo,
All gone.
any big boxes of Legos, any old G.I. Joes, He-Man.
Yeah, I tried to save them, but they're gone.
Dang.
They're gone several yard sales ago.
Marlboro team bag, huh?
Yeah.
Get that with the points.
Yep.
Back in the
A
day.
lot of cigarettes.
I did too when I was in the military. Yeah, this is how a yard sale out in the country. Nobody has parking, and then they cone off their driveways. All right, this sale looks massive. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, it is 10:30, so that means garage sales are over because they started at 9. So we got an hour and a half in, and yeah, just crazy, you know, the amount of people out there that are looking for the same stuff, you know. I get it. I totally get it, you know, collectors and resellers and all that stuff, but wow, tough sledding. We did at the last garage show. I didn't want to film it because this lady was kind of flaky. Nice lady. Bunch of vintage like Batman and X-Men toys, and well, I'll tell you about it when we get back to the game room. But yeah, we're gonna start heading back to the house. If we see some signs, we'll stop. If not, there's a Goodwill on the way, so we'll see what's up at Goodwill. But I think that is gonna do it for our garage sale day. Hold on. I see a pink sign. Nope, that's an advertisement for... Listen, okay, here's another thing. You shouldn't be allowed to advertise your roofing businesses and your gutter businesses. You should have to take those signs down on Friday and Saturday during garage sale season. You're confusing people. I don't know, guys. All right, like I said, we're heading back. All right, before we get this out of the trunk, this is that last sale of the day. She had all this vintage stuff here. tried to make a deal. She said, how much you want for it? I said, I'll give you 80 bucks. She hit me with 130. I was like, I can't pay 130. I said, I can come up to 100. She said, how about 120? I said, well, if I'm at 100 and you're at 120, how about we do 110? And she agreed to it. I don't think she wanted to. She wanted to get 10 bucks each out of these carded X-Men figures. The rest of this stuff, guys, I didn't even really look through it. I just like popped the top, saw that it was some Batman figures. Somebody took some care into these and bagged them all up, so I knew they were probably going to be in good condition. More X-Men figures. Now this Crow will probably go for about 60 or 70 bucks, so that'll be good. And then found this. This was really cool. I used to collect a lot of baseball cards when I was back in the day. Topps Archives. This is a complete box of wax packs, which is awesome. We got more aliens and stuff back there. We'll get to it when we get in the house. Batman collector's case, some puzzles. There's a board game, X-Men board game. This was really cool. I just flipped the top, went like that. I flipped the top on this bad boy. I went, okay, so we'll get this all in the house and we'll take a look at it and see what we got. Okay, here we go. Pretty excited. Before we get to the garage sale stuff, let's run through some Goodwill stuff. Found this little Resident Evil zombie licking guy, 1998 Capcom. So, you know, whatever, for $1. Oh, off Bricklink. I ordered the parts for that Lego racing set, and I also picked up a Luke in Jedi fatigues, which I didn't have. Let's do this. Okay, Pokemon. Not a Pokemon guy, don't know anything about Pokemon. Picked up this bag of Pokemon cards for 99 cents. My son already looked through there, said that there wasn't anything in there worth anything, so those will be going to his collection. $2.99. I picked up this bag of Pokemon figures. There's a Pokédex thing in there. This thing works. It's pretty cool.
This is your Kalos Region Pokédex.
It lights up. Scans Pokemon. I have no idea what that's for, but there's some figures and some pins and stuff in there. I didn't think this was worth anything, but my son actually said, yeah, those are worth like 10, 15 bucks. So we'll throw that up on eBay. It's some kind of mat. Earlier in the episode, I picked up a box of Desert Storm trading cards. They had another one. This one was 59 cents. It was blue tag. I wish it was half off just to get it for cheaper. But completely sealed wax packs in there. I've been picking up some trading cards lately, which is almost out of character. But I used to have trading cards a lot when I was a kid. I still have them. Saw this sitting on the shelf, and they said, hey, that looks like a Cobra Hiss tank, a G.I. Joe thing. I turned it over, and it says 1983 Hasbro. I didn't know if this was a knockoff or if it was some type of G.I. Joe thing. So I immediately emailed or text Sprooch Game Hunting. I'll leave a link to his channel down below if you know who Sprooch is. He's awesome. Vintage toy guy through and through. Loves video games, but you can tell he loves the G.I. Joes and stuff. He said, yeah, that is from 1983 Eco Warriors. It's missing the turret. It was $2, so I figured, you know, I'll pick that up for $2. Not a huge deal there. And you know, if we ever come across the tank part or we see one cheap, we might pick it up. I don't really do a lot of the G.I. Joe stuff. That's gonna roll right off there. But I thought it was pretty neat. You know, something that you just don't see every day. Something I've never seen, that's for sure. So let's get to the garage sale stuff. That garage sale where I literally had to cross the freeway and risk my life. Out in the country, it's weird. They put out cones in front of their driveway, but there's no parking. So we had to kind of drive past that sale about 50 yards and then turn into a field and then park in the field and walk across. But they had this really cool Zoids thing, and I think they wanted $5 for it. And I would have bought it if it was in better shape, but the screws were rusted out. It was missing a bunch of pieces, so I thought, you know what? Let's not get it. But I did pick up this Power Rangers. I don't know what set this is from or what year it's from. It should say on the bottom. Let's see. 2003 Bandai. So one of the Power Ranger sets. I'm sure it's probably worth more than $1. So that was cool. And then I picked this up. This was $1. These are always good to pick up if you're just starting an eBay business and you need some cheap inventory, especially since we're coming up on Q4. Some things that you can buy dirt cheap and sell for, you know, that $4 to $8 range plus shipping is a bag of vintage lapel pins and clip ties and things like that. So one of these is Atlanta 1996 pin. There's some Senior Players Championships Ford pin. So you just kind of never know with these. Typically people will undervalue those at garage sales. So if there's 10 pins in there, we've got 10 cents into them. We sell them for between $5 and $8 a piece plus shipping. Also, these will go under 4 ounces, which is the lower end of first class shipping, so it's cheaper to ship. So little things like that can just be great bread and butter items. So, you know, you guys know, those of you that garage sale, you know the deal. Everybody's hunting video games and old toys and stuff like that. It's popular, it's profitable, and that's why people do it, right? But, and it's fun. I like going out garage sailing, seeing what we see, finding what we find, and just sort of sharing along in the adventure. God knows I don't need more stuff. But always looking for stuff to turn and flip, sell on eBay, and then hopefully at the end of the day, add some cool stuff to the collection. It was getting kind of late. Oh my God. So first sale, man. I told the story. I walked up and I'm walking with this guy and I know he's looking for video games. I just know it. And he reaches into that box, pulls out like a bag like this, of He-Man figures, and Nintendo Wii. He's pulling out the console, the cables, and I'm like, son of a biscuit. But it was hidden, it was under clothes. I walked past it. Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But tough sledding all day. Get to that last sale. It was about 10:15, 10:20. I walked up. The ladies are sitting on the porch there, and they're like, what are you looking for, honey? And I'm like, well, I'm looking for a good time, sugar pie. And I said, well, I'm looking for old video games and vintage figures, big boxes of Legos, old toys, stuff like that. And she goes, well, we got some action figures. I'm like, okay, cool. I'd love to take a look at. So she brings down this little box. It's got some figures in it. I didn't really look through it, but I was like, okay, well, this is kind of where I want to be. And then she was like, these 2 totes here, which were covered. I open it up and it's a bunch of X-Men and Batman stuff. So I said, what do you want for everything? She said, make me an offer. And I said, well, how about $80? She said, oh, I can't do 80. And I'm like, okay, well, throw me a number so we can, start this negotiation. And then she starts in with, well, we want $10 a piece for these and all that stuff. And I said, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, $80. If you want $80 for everything, you can have your totes back. We'll just dump it in my trunk. And she was like, well, I wanted to get $130. And I said, I can't do $130. If it helps you out, the most I want to do is $100. $100 cash right now. And then I made a joke. I said, $100 cash right now. Well, obviously it's cash. You're not taking pesos or rupees, right? And she kind of laughed. And that's sort of the point, man. Again, good verbal skills. She kind of laughed and sort of broke down her barrier a little bit. And she said, well, how about 120? And I said, well, I'm at 100. You're at 120. Why don't we just go ahead and split the difference, 110? And she was like, yeah, sure, 110, no problem. So I gave her $110, whatever. But I would say the 2 items out of here that I'm for sure going to sell are this special edition Eric Draven, the Crow figure. I love the Crow, but I don't collect Crow memorabilia. Still sealed, which is cool. About $60 or so. So I'm going to try and sell this local. I'm not going to sell that on eBay just because I don't want to pay for shipping and I don't want to deal with the hassle. And then I threw this into the box. This is a Topps Archive Ultimate 1953 set. These came out in 1991 or 1992. And what they did was they took the 1953 Topps set, that iconic Topps set, and they, gave them kind of a makeover, made them glossy. And these boxes with the wax packs is still in them go for between 20 plus shipping, and they usually charge $10 shipping. So usually about $20 to $40 for this box. And like I showed you in the car, they're all sealed in the package. Again, another thing that I will post locally, I'll probably put $30 on it. So if you're keeping score at home, if we get 60 out of that, 30 out of the baseball cards, That means we paid $20 for everything that I'm about to show you. All right, so I thought that the best way to do this was just kind of go box by box and kind of see what's in there. I did do a little shuffling. I made sure that the alien stuff was with the rest of the alien stuff. But yeah, so we got aliens. This is Bishop. I think I have a whole set of these in the basement somewhere, but still cool to see them carded. Flying Queen alien. That's pretty cool. We got Atax. He's kind of in this, he's a guy, but he's in this alien disguise. Another aliens figure. And it looks like there's the rest of them. There might be another Bishop in there. There's a Ripley. Those are so cool. Like, I was just talking, Do You Nerd comment on my Dragon Warrior What's in the Box video. We were talking about how cool it used to be that they would give posters and comics and trading cards and all that stuff away with, you know, with stuff back in the day. Bag of California raisins. These are from 1987, and they're the posable ones where you can move their arms and their legs. These California raisins are very cool, but it doesn't look like they go for a ton of money. We have a Toy Biz Archangel. This is probably from 92 or 93, I'm going to guess. But yeah, that's cool. That's a keeper since I don't have that one. And that looks like the rest are Batman Returns McDonald's toys. Oh my gosh, we had this Batmobile. This thing like launches off somehow. There it is. Look at that. So man, we might have a complete set there. I don't know how many pieces there were, maybe 4 or 5, but hopefully we have a full set. All right, the next box is a bunch of California raisins from the 1980s. These are very cool. Let's dump these out. Hopefully they don't go all over the place. There's one of them full. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's an eraser, 1987 California Raisins eraser. I don't know if any of these are worth any money, but I know they are vintage and they're very cool. Try and flip these guys around. I like the guys that have the bases on them. They stand easier. This piece, these are the 3 pieces in here that really kind of stood out because they're the same year, that 1989 or 88 claymation, you know, the same people that make these raisins. I'm sure there might be a few in here that are worth a couple bucks, but I have no idea. I'd have to research them. Look, it's kind of like a little Bart Simpson guy in the form of a California raisin. So I'll let you guys look at them. Looks like we have some doubles, which, hey, that's not bad. And you guys let me know if you see anything in here that tickles your fancy. Ooh, lady raisins. So the other part of the deal that I was excited about this because I like these old Toy Biz from the early, you know, mid 90s. I love those action figures. I've talked about it sometimes on the channel where we had some when we were kids, but we didn't have a lot of them, and they made so many great characters. And to be able to find some now is absolutely awesome. That's what's in this shoebox. This to me is the best part of this X-Men stuff. But we have these, they made these big like 10, 12 inch figures back in the day. They are very cool, but unfortunately they're just not worth a whole bunch. The puzzles, now this guy took great care of his stuff, so I'm sure that these puzzles are 100% complete. And X-Men Alert Adventure Game, it does come with all of the 18 collectible X-Men figures, or little pewter figures. They look like that, upside down. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I might keep that just sort of as a novelty because I do like some of those board games from back in the day. But the other part of that purchase was some carded figures. So let's just get to them. We have, oh, this is a good one. Silver Surfer. Cyclops. One we will be keeping because I love Wolverine. A Wolverine. I'll keep this one too because Gambit is awesome. Real web shooting action Spider-Man. That's a keeper. Iceman. Human Torch. Now I have that actually, so that will be for sale. Cannonball. That's a pretty interesting one from X-Force. X-Force was pretty big back in the day. Banshee. Bishop. Very cool. And last we have Professor X, Charles Xavier. Also in that box, camera's going bad on me, were 2 sealed X-Men VHS tapes. These don't really sell for a whole lot, but let's clean up this mess so we can get to this shoebox. All right, so let's empty out this shoebox. Now, some of these guys, I don't know their names. You can tell this guy cared about his stuff, which is awesome. He bagged everyone individually. Another Spider-Man. He's got a backpack. It says something. Oh, here we go. Showtime. Deadpool. That's awesome. Looks like he's got 2 swords, a knife, and then a dagger. Sweet. I had this Venom when I was a kid. You put the slime in the back and it oozes out this hole in his chest. Came with this tube of gunk. Alright, don't know that guy. Oh no, it looks like another Bishop almost. This is pretty interesting. I don't remember seeing this one. He must be some character that can shapeshift because it comes with a Cyclops head and a Wolverine head. And who's that? Somebody else head. Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Sinister. I think this one's supposed to light up, maybe? Here we go. Magneto. One of my favorite characters of all time. I think this guy, this is Warpath. I think that's his name. I don't know this guy with 4 arms. Looks like he comes with some kind of, what is that, slingshot or some weird pair of nunchucks or something? I don't know. Cable. I have one of those sealed in the package. Shatterstar with both the swords, which is always good. Don't know who this person is. But they come with a briefcase with a sword sticking out of the back. Don't know who this guy is. Oh, here we go. Welcome to the show. Weapon X Wolverine. I remember when that comic storyline started, they did the whole Weapon X thing back in the day. That was like super over. That was over like Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3, baby. And, oh god, I don't remember that guy's name. I had that guy back in the day too. And lastly, we have Sabretooth, which I don't think I have, so we'll add that one to the collection for sure. Alright, empty that box. Alright, so the last part, well, not the last part, we actually have one more part. So, this is all Batman stuff from, I say, early 90s. So, the original Batman movie came out like 89, so this must have been 91 or 92-ish or something like that. But we got the Batman Returns collector's case. Both of the plastic pieces are in there and they are uncracked, which is awesome. Robin on the card. We have Robin's the Robin Mobile. I don't know what it's actually called. It's got the figure in there, which is cool. It does have the missile. Everything's complete. And then this is, whoa, Robin's falling off there. We got too much stuff today, guys. This Batmobile that shoots Batman, like the Tim Burton Batmobile, this bad boy right here is my favorite Batmobile of all time. My mom took me to see this movie when it was in the theaters, you know, the original Batman. And when you saw the Batmobile for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. So I really want to keep this, but it goes for a couple bucks. So it is very cool, but man, I want to hang on to it, but we'll see. So we got a whole bunch of Batman figures from around that time. Here's a yellow guy. Again, I don't know what these are what these are really worth. There's some, looks like penguin parts. There's Robin's sled. Looks like a motorcycle of some kind. I don't know. And then again, he bagged every one of these figures, which is so awesome. Penguin, with a couple of the Penguin figures in there, which is cool. So that's pretty decent value. It's like some type of Arctic Batman with all the stuff, which is great, man. I love it. Oh, I had this one too when I was a kid. I remember this purple scythe thing and this blade. Very cool. And the cloth capes, you know? Like, who does that anymore? Everything's all plastic. Oh, we'll be keeping this one for sure. Catwoman with the whip. Some Michelle Pfeiffer. Catwoman. Meow. There's a black suit Spider-Man in there because, you know, he's crossed over into the DC universe. Oh, this one's pretty cool. It's like all camoed out. They also used to give Batman these like really cool like flight suits and battle armor. Like, these are really cool figures. And they made them in a, even though the molds for the figure, the actual figure were pretty much the same, the color schemes and the little, you know, accessories that you got with it were just such amazing. What do we have here? Oh, look at this guy. He's got big wings, gray and white camo. So again, I don't know what all these are worth, and I don't really want to sell them. If I can keep these figures since they're in such good shape, we should be okay. This is definitely one of those lots that it's got that like nostalgia pop to it, where you don't want to sell anything out of it, but you got to make your 110 back. You know what I mean? So we'll take a look at some of these figures. Hopefully we get to keep a bunch of them. This one's cool. It's like metallic purple. It comes with some type of flight suit, flight attachment. What else is in here? You got Batman Returns. That was a McDonald's giveaway, it looks like. Batman Animated Series. Yeah, that was a great series too. I want to get that on Super Nintendo. Two-Face car. That was probably a McDonald's giveaway or something. Burger King. Poison Ivy. I just talked about Poison Ivy in an earlier episode. Man, what's this? This is like a stand or something? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we have one box left and it's all of that Nintendo stuff. Let's just get to it. All right, here we go. Last box of the day. This is this will be interesting because, like I said, I took a peek in it. I don't really know exactly what is in here, but I do know it's some very cool Nintendo stuff. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, celebration! I don't know. All right, let me throw that over there. Okay, what the hell is this? Santa Mario Oniyoshi. Okay, we got some of these Nintendo cards. These are cool. The sticker, man, I love these stickers. Oh, I remember the scratchies. That's awesome. There's some more of those. Take a look at that. Nintendo Power. Is there not a game in there? Okay. 1988 Nintendo of America Mario wallet with Bowser and bad guys in tow. Man, it looks pretty minty. We have a Raphael suction cup to go to your window. Hot Wheels Street Max. Oh, it's got a McDonald's. Yeah, it might be worth keeping. Okay, there's a lot to digest in here. I don't know what that is. Looks like some kind of Godzilla. And a Mario, some type of pinball type game where you shoot the ball. Okay. Now I recognize these. Let me get these out of the way. These are the McDonald's Nintendo toys from 1989. There were 4 of them, so we have 4. And if you watched NES Addict's video, there is a secret 5th toy, which the name of it escapes me. But very cool. So we got more cardboard. We got a Bowser. Oh, it's King Hippo. King Hippo figure. That is crazy. I have never seen that before. I wonder, did they make a whole set of these? 1988 Nintendo of America Applause Inc. So these are like vinyl or rubbery type figures. That is awesome. I'm gonna have to look into that, see if they made more of the characters. We got some Mario figures here. Let's get these out of here. Hold on, give me a second. We'll get these out. We got another Adventure of Link, my favorite Zelda game. Let's get that out of there. Okay, let's get these standing up, take a look at them. See exactly what we got here. We've got a Radish, so these look like Mario 2 figures. 1989, 88 or 89, I can't read that. Applause figures. So, guys, if you know any more about these little guys, leave a comment down below. I'm going to do a little research. They look like Mario 2 figures. Like I said, he's holding a Radish in this one, but they may not all be from the same set. See how Mario's head is like much bigger than this guy's head? So they might be from different years. I don't know. But either way, very cool. Long, productive day. A lot of really cool vintage action figures. Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share on social media. Bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM Retro gaming goodness. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.